Hello, gorgeous. I am so excited for you to join me on your keto journey today. I am making keto butter pecan cookies. I think they're going to be like shortbread cookies. It's a new recipe for me. Welcome to Keto Over 50. I'm RJ. I hope you're having a great day. Let's get right into it. This is so simple. This is, here we go, right? Oh my goodness, please don't drop or break anything. This is a half a cup of sweetener and a half a cup of melted butter. And we're going to cream these together and then add the rest of the ingredients. And this is it. Chopped toasted pecans, which by the way, I toasted them in my air fryer today. I was all set to toast them in the oven, and they're very high maintenance when you're doing that because they can go from raw to burned in a nanosecond. I thought, let me try them in my air fryer. And I set it for like 4 minutes. They were toasted. It was so easy. So we're just going to blend these together, the butter and the sweetener for starters. Rule number one, always read your recipe, especially when you're baking. I always talk about the difference between baking and cooking. And this is a little runny because I melted the butter and you're only supposed to soften it. Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt anything too much. And then we add the rest of the ingredients, which are 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. How cool is that? And this is interesting. There's no baking soda in this recipe either. I'm questioning life itself here. Okay, and it says just a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm kind of compelled. I want to add a whole teaspoon, but it may affect the texture. And since I did read the recipe, I really did. And there's, I missed the part about the butter, soften it. But when it says a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, I'm going to use that. And then it says a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And that is pretty much a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Been doing it my whole life. I think by the time you're 50, you should know what a 1/4 teaspoon of salt looks like. And then let me go ahead and blend that in. Still can't believe there's no eggs in this. This is probably more like a shortbread recipe. And then this is it's not 2 cups. It's 1 3/4 cup of almond flour. And I will have the recipe down below. If you're enjoying this, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. Like, share, comment. Tell me how your journey is going and what you want to know, what you want to make next. And I'll put it on my to-do list. There's the half a cup of toasted chopped pecans. I don't have a nut chopper. I put them in a baggie and then I pound them with a small fry pan. I could put them in my food processor, but then I'd have to clean out the food processor. This way I don't have to worry. I'm trying to make it simple and easy for you. I really do. I try to make it as easy as possible because why do we want to work any harder than we have to? We just want to make something really yummy, right? Really good. Okay, so that's it. And it's very crumbly, but I think that butter is going to hold it together. I really do when we make balls. Is it really that much? Half, 1 3/4, 2 tablespoons, vanilla extract, salt, toasted pecans. So the rest, let me take this off. The recipe calls for 1-inch balls. I just hope they don't crumble all apart. I've not made this recipe before. I just don't want them to be too crumbly to where like you can't even eat them, like how some keto crackers are. I could have chopped the pecans a little finer. Should have smashed them harder, huh? Anyway, it says 1-inch balls, and then you're going to flatten them with your hand. So I'm kind of doing that while I'm doing it instead of making balls and then flattening them. Again, I'm saving steps. I'm saving a lot of steps. Why would you make a ball and then flatten it if you can just flatten it in one step, right? So you can see here on the overhead what I'm doing. Oh, geez, I want to put an egg in this. You know what I'm tempted to do? I am tempted to just bake the one tray. I have 2 cookie sheets ready to go. And I think I'm going to bake the one tray first. And if they're just fine the way they are, as almost everything on that site that I make is just perfect. And if these are going to turn out a little bit like pecan sandies, well, then that's all we need, right? Okay, so I've done the small cookie sheet with these. And if you can see here, especially this guy here, look at, he won't hold together. So I always make a new recipe exactly according to the recipe. And then later, if you want to add something, you know, you have the experience to tell you that you should add it. And I love everything I've made from this website. I'm looking at this and I'm having my doubts. So the recipe calls for you to put it in the 325 oven for 5 minutes and bring it out and then hit them again and then bake them some more. So that's what I'm going to do with these. And I think I'm going to add some egg whites to the remaining batter. And I will either have 2 interesting sheets of cookies or I will have 1 good one and 1 bad one. And I wouldn't even begin to bet on which one is going to be the better one. But I'm going to put these in the oven now at 325 for 5 minutes. Okay, we need a glass to smash them, to flatten them when they come out after 5 minutes in the oven. But in the meantime, I'm going to get crazy here. And, oh, brand new. Okay. And take, I think, a tablespoon. That should be enough of egg whites. And I could put a whole egg in here, but knowing that these are more of like a shortbread cookie, butter pecan, I think egg white will do better. So I already put my mixer away, so I'm just going to use a fork and blend that in. I don't even know if it's going to make a difference, but I'm hoping it will hold the dough together better. Okay, it's late. I've been at this for a while today. All right, let's see here. Well, it's definitely stickier, and it's definitely going to hold the cookies together better. I don't know, maybe I'm a genius. I always think, you know, I always say, if you like something, add it. If you don't like it, don't add it. This could cause these to burn. It could do anything, who knows. But look at the difference. They're holding together. They certainly feel better as far as making a cookie goes. We'll see how they bake. The other ones have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. If you're enjoying the content and having fun, please give me a like and subscribe. I want to get to 2,000 subscribers. For starters, I have dreams of hitting 50,000 and 100,000. I want one of those silver plaques. So if you're enjoying it, help me. Smash that like button, thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it. Tell your friends who are on keto that you found a channel that the silly lady over 50. I'm so over 50. Oh my God. Okay, well, that's that. And because I should have used the big cookie sheet first, look at this. Whenever this happens, you always want to space them out so that nothing burns and everything gets even heat. And then I will probably rotate it, turn it around in a few minutes in the oven. So they're spread out nicely. And now we have a throwdown, my recipe against the original, and we'll see which one turns out better. As soon as those come out, I'm going to put these in for 5 minutes, and they're neck and neck. We're going to see, but see how these held together better with just a tablespoon of egg white. liquid egg whites. So we'll see. Trying to get the best view for you guys. All right, so now they've been in the oven for 5 minutes, and I'm supposed to use the bottom of a flat glass to press them down to about 1/4 of an inch thick, which is about like that. And I put the ones that I added the egg white to in the oven. Nothing's caught fire yet. We shall see. It's early. It's early yet. Anything could happen. I'm making these for my friend Mitchell. I'm going to ship them across the country because he asked for cookies for Christmas. He watches my channel, and we've been friends for years and years and years. And he moved to, I think it's South Carolina this last year. And he said, I would like you to bake me some sugar-free cookies for my Christmas present. I said, say no more. And he said he loves pecans. So he doesn't know that I'm making these. But it's very important that they turn out really good because they're for someone special. That is one of the best things about baking, is you can wrap things up and make them into a special treat for those you love or your neighbors. You may love your neighbors. I don't know. But whoopsie, he's stuck. Oh my goodness. Now see this? What a disaster. Can you see that in the overhead? It just won't even hold together. So here's the question now. Not that I'm convinced that I'm on the right path, but if these don't hold up and mine do, what do I do with these? I mean, certain things happen chemically, biologically, when you're baking something. Oh, that's just a disaster. Look at that. I can't even get it into a ball. That's got a lot of butter in it too. It should be holding together a little bit better than that, but it's not. But anyway, once you bake something, you can't really like go back and bake it again. So I can't squish this down anymore without it just totally falling apart. So I got one peanut who wants to get out of there, or pecan, so that's fine. So that's a disaster, isn't it? Listen, if this doesn't work at all, I have other cookie recipes. Watch my peanut butter chocolate chip cookie recipe. I'll tag it at the end of this video. It is so easy and so good, and I never have these issues with it. So I just wanted to make something with pecans in it for my friend Mitchell. So here we are. Look at this. Now these go back in for 10 to 12 minutes. So I don't know if you could refrigerate them right away afterwards. All right, let's see how these do. Don't stick. Smashing them down. Look at the difference. I don't think it's going to make much difference in taste, but these have to survive shipping. They can't be that crumbly. You know what I'll do with the other ones if they don't work out? Use them in a pie crust, like for a cheesecake. Be really good. Add a little butter, maybe an egg, a little egg white, a little butter, pack them down in a pie pan, because I certainly don't want to waste all the pecans and the ingredients. Now look at how nicely these flattened with just a tablespoon of egg white in them. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm a really good cook. I'll tell you that. Now I'm just, trying to use some common sense to see how to make the very best cookies. Now this is only 8 cookies. That's disappointing, but I'm going to make another treat for my friend and send those with whichever cookies turn out the best. They are really crumbly on the edges. That's sad. Well, let's see what happens. We'll put these back in the oven and check back 10 to 12 minutes. So these cookies are done cooking. And as you can see, I hope you can see, let me show you here to be sure that in this tray, this is the original recipe without the egg whites that I added. And they're kind of like, I let them cool a little bit. You can pick them up. They do taste like butter pecan. You know what I might do with these instead of a pie crust? Maybe I'll make butter pecan ice cream. I'm surprised I can lift these off the parchment, all of them, without them falling apart too badly. So kudos there. I would say it's up to you. But here, look at these. They're holding together very, very well. I have a fork to eat my cookie. Let me see here. I don't anticipate that it would change the flavor in any way. No, there's a definite difference in the texture. And I think I prefer this. And I'm not just saying that because I was winging it. These are good. And I might even put a dash of maple extract in them. Do you ever do that when you have a recipe? You follow it right the first time, and the second time you make it, you might think, I think I'm going to add pineapple to this or something, a little more of this or that. They both definitely taste like butter pecan. So there you have it. I don't think you can go wrong either way. These were easier to manage. Just they held together a little bit better. And like I said, I would make them a little bit smaller. So what do you think of my big experiment? Please share, like, comment, and subscribe if you're having fun. Now, this is the third treat in my special series of holiday treats. The fourth one is coming up. I'm going to make candied pecans. And they are such a treat, and they make such a great gift. I'll get busy with that. And I'll see you next time. Stay gorgeous, stay fabulous. I love that you're on this journey with me. Thank you for joining me. I'm RJ at Keto Over 50. I'll see you next time.